Alligator hunting is becoming more accessible to North American hunters. Now all the coastal states from South Carolina to Texas have gator seasons, and you can even hunt them in Arkansas. I am Hovey Smith. I'm the author of Practical Bowfishing, and we'd like to tell you a little bit about gator hunting. This is an exciting sport, the most challenging thing you can do in North America. A couple of years ago, I went bow fishing all the way across North America, from South Carolina to Washington State. But nothing in all of that compares to gator hunting right here in my home state. We've had a gator season in Georgia now for about 6 years, and it's been increasingly successful and increasingly expanded. If you're a Georgia hunter, you get a little booklet. You go to your gator course training if you haven't done it before, because we are after some big, dangerous game animals, like this huge one taken by Muzzie's Mark Land last year. This is a huge gator. And I had a boat. Well, this is in Washington State. This is Bondo boat. And I thought it a little small. So I got me a aluminum craft. And this is a 14-footer with a nice bow fishing deck, as you can see. So I figured we were able to take some decent fish with this, and gators too. I also hunt with crossbows. And so I rigged up a crossbow rig for gator hunting. And to do this, I shoot from a tub, like the old Boston whalers did a century ago. So we shoot a 600-pound gator line, a solid fiberglass arrow, a Muzzie gator point, and this allows you to shoot without having to attach anything to the crossbow itself. And we tried it out on some garfish, and it worked there. So we were ready to gather the rest of our tools to go gator hunting. And these include, in Georgia, a good knife, and you may kill your gator with a pistol in Georgia, although you must use a bang stick in Florida and some other states. Now, I found another important thing was a broom to help fight this thing off when he came up going chomp, 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 chomp right there by the side of the boat. So we went gator hunting. The first time, the little pond, went out with Bondo boat. Here are my two buddies, Ed Foster and Roger Kicklighter, and there are 200 gators in that pond, and they got one. Now, on the second trip, we had a boat fire. One of my wires got crossed back to the engine, and here they are fixing it, but we got going, and there's a gator right over there. So we're going to go get him. And we did. So the first arrow actually struck him in a leg, but it held. And that's what you want your arrow to do, to take a float off the boat so you can pull the gator back up and put a second arrow into him, which is this one here. That one's buried up to the nocks in the ribs. Then, when you get him tired out, you put a bullet in his brain, and here I'm shooting my black powder pistol, and that's what I use to do that with. And finally, you finish him off by taking a knife behind the skull and actually severing the spine. If you don't do this step, that gator, even with a bullet in the brain, can walk off on you. And it did to some people I know with Georgia Outdoor News. Well, this is old Toothy himself. And as you can see, he is about a 12-foot gator, a good-sized gator, a trophy gator. We also hunted down on the Swanee River area, and we saw gators, but Ed did not get him one that year, but he did the next year, so Ed did get his gator. Now, you can hunt them with firearms in Florida if you are an agent of a licensed gator trapper, but that's the only way. Otherwise, you use the same techniques that I've described here. Now, we eat our gator stuff, and so gators have to be cleaned, and they are an SOB to clean. Here, Roger is washing his down. We also disinfected it with bleach, and then he inflated the carcass with compressed air to help break it loose. Like I say, hard skinning job. The worst I've had on anything, much worse than deer. But finally, you get some meat out. Now, here's a professional. And he is down in Savannah, and he's doing the final fleshing on the hides. So we had him do the big one. and here gator ribs on the grill. So we got it done. Now we do gator burgers, we do gator paw soup, as well as the typical fried gator tail, which tastes something like chicken. Now for my books. You can order Practical Bow Fishing at cheapest cost from me by going to my website. The crossbow hunting is available from almost anywhere, Amazon.com and so on, so you're able to get it there. Well, go get them gators.